Well, hello. For unexpected, oddly, uh, yeah, request Thursday. Oh, Thursday, doubleheader Thursday. I don't know. I'm trying to say words is hard. Anyway, doubleheader Thursday. The only reason why I say oddly is because it's two videos on two completely different things. Well, I guess if you want to consider them in the entertainment field, you could, but yeah. One video was about music, and the other video is about video game. So yeah, just gotta do what you gotta do, okay? But anyway, we're gonna be reviewing Palworld, and I think it's called Palworld. I don't know. I've heard it be called like Palworld. Palworld. It's like where like kind of wavy the PAL into world, but I'm just gonna call it Palworld because it makes sense to me. Palworld, you know, it just makes sense to me. If you've seen that like car rental company commercial on Hulu, that's what I think of with that, and I just couldn't I couldn't just withhold myself because of that commercial. Always makes me laugh. But with that, we're gonna talk about Palworld, okay? And I'm just gonna be short, sweet, simple. It's a good game. All right, good. Have a great day. Bye. I'm just joking. So Palworld, fun, super fun game, amazing game. Highly recommend it. 9 out of 10, just because I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because if I get hyper beamed by a fucking shiny thing again that kills me, yeah, no, I'm gonna be upset. But no, in all reality, like this out of Survivor games, this one takes the cake. Like you have Valheim, you have V Rising, you have a lot of other survival games, but this one I don't know a lot about other survival games like Valheim and V Rising are kind of like my synopsis of like, I guess my art, like my collection of survival games that I've actually like super played. But this one, reason why I really like this one is, one, I would 100% recommend that you play with friends. I don't have friends, so here we are. Just joking. But this is the reason why I would recommend it. And I say recommend playing with friends because playing games with friends is always fun. But this game, you can play by yourself. The only issue that I have with survival games, especially when you run a server base or like Minecraft or anything like that, unfortunately, you can't just play the game. You have to actually have an internet connection to play. So, yay. But so you can't just, like, if you don't allow multiplayer, you still have to have some internet connection. I don't know why, but Valheim does the same thing. V Rising, I believe, does the same thing. And unless they've changed it in all three games, and I'm just being an idiot, which is not a surprise, it happens, okay? It just happens. But with that, here's what I was getting to. Palworld enables you to change a lot of like experience gains, material gains, and all of that. So if you don't know anything about the game, I'm going to be saying a lot of things that are kind of like far-fetched and just... You see what I did there. But anyway, no, they're going to seem kind of off the wall with what I'm saying, because if you don't understand survival games too, that's also like the big problem. You see? Anyway, Palworld, great game, wonderful game. Get into the reason for why I would 100% recommend this game, even if you're going to play by yourself, is so you can exchange, you can change experience gains, you can change material gains, like how much you get for mining or like anything, different types of materials. You can change how often the pals exist, and you can change a lot of that stuff that I don't think Valheim you can do that outside of modding. I don't think V Rising you could do that outside of modding, and that was a great thing. I was like, sweet. So I played it just normally, like normal settings and everything, and I was like, it is so grindy. Like the game is 100% grindy. But then I made a new world and I changed a lot of like that setting, and oh my goodness, it made it so much better. Like I don't mind the grinding part if I'm playing with friends. Like great, I get to talk with friends, I get to chill, like vibe out. But there are times where if it's just me, I don't have time. Like I want to haul ass through this game, and I don't want to take a fucking day to get a gun. So yeah. Anyway, great game. So I love that that's my first like passionate thing about what they did in this game. is that they allowed you to change those settings. Those settings matter a lot, especially for playing solo. But anyway, so that's the first thing. Second, it's nothing like Pokemon. I don't understand. Like, the only thing that people are like, oh, it's Pokemon with guns. I'm like, no, there's creatures that you can collect that you can give guns, or maybe have guns, and you can have a gun. But here's the distinction for why I don't call it Pokemon with guns, is because the game plays nothing like Pokemon outside of the catching factor. Like, I don't mean to use absolute phrasing. Like, if that's the best way to help you remember it, fantastic. But when I think of Pokemon with guns, I think of more so Digimon, because Digimon actually has a turn-based system, and they have creatures that literally have cannons. And so this is not, it's more interactive. It's active gameplay. You throw out your PAL, and it does its own thing, or according to the mood you set it to. Or the only other time that turn-based stuff actually happens is when you saddle on a PAL, and you get to have that kind of control and actionability of like using their moves. And so that's kind of like the only thing that's like Pokemon, in my opinion. Like, when I think of Pokemon, I think of fight trainers, run through bushes and find Pokemon train that way. But it's like, you use this, they use that, and it's a speed-based thing. It's not haul ass, move around, can't just stand there, otherwise you're gonna die. And yeah, so I don't consider it a Pokemon game at all. But with that, yeah, that's about it. No, I definitely recommend it. If you haven't gotten it, even on sale, $26, or even if you have Game Pass. Game Pass, it's completely free. You just don't own the game. Remember that. Game Pass is relatively cheap anyway. So, but $26 for this game is absolutely, like, amazing price. It's like, you can get behind whatever argument of like, oh, early access or whatever. Yeah, whatever you want to talk about or get into. Early access I don't like early access for AAA companies. I do like early access for games like this, where if they come out like swinging, they get set up for a place where they deserve so much. And this company and this game do. Like, they came out where it's like, the game runs great. Probably not so much on Xbox. I've heard relatively, that Xbox, it's like not so great. But PC, wonderful. So if you have a computer, have a good time. Unless you just have a low quality computer, then I'm sorry. But 100% recommend the game. If you haven't played it, if you haven't gotten it, get it, play it, spam it. They're heading in a direction that's really cool, where it's going to be more PvP focused too. Now, here are my thoughts on the regards of it being a Pokemon killer. So, is this game the Pokemon killer? I don't think it will be. I think Nintendo's community, or Game Freak's community for Pokemon, or Pokemon's community, is too huge, because we all stem from it. Now, whether we play this more or play other games more, that changes, but we all eventually find our way back to play Pokemon. And it's like, when the new Pokemon game's out, I'm definitely going to play it. It would be stupid of me to lie, although I did get to a point where I was like, no, and it depended on that next one. And Sword and Shield saved me, which is funny because I know Sword and Shield got a lot of hate, but Sword and Shield, like, put me on the right tone where it's like, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep playing. Legends Arceus, holy shit, like, that game was amazing in every degree. Now, Scarlet Violet, yeah, it's a Pokemon game. It's not like Sun and Moon is the one that made me like almost hate everything about Pokemon, except for the designs. Pokemon designs great for Sun and Moon. Rowlet, favorite grass type. But again, we're straying away from is Palworld the Pokemon killer? No. Pokemon's too huge. The only thing that it might do is move some community. It just spreads the community. That's it. Like, so we're not only just playing Pokemon. There are literally people that spam play Pokemon and shiny hunt or breed or do whatever. So now you just give the people who only play Pokemon. Now you have the competitors will always play Pokemon. unless Palworld makes a PvP and a competitive scene that is like comparative and just like arguably like works this, like, you know, it'd be better to do that. So I can get behind that. But no, the competitors for Pokemon will always play. If you're professional in that, you'll always play that. I get that. But yeah, again, is Palworld the next Pokemon killer? No. It won't be. It can't be. Nintendo, Pokemon is too huge to die. Now, again, pieces and pieces of pieces. Especially if they continue to make like poor decisions or like make wrong decisions in the Pokemon world, then you just lose a piece. You lose a piece of your fan base here. You lose a piece of your, and like collectively, it could eventually get to that point. Like they lost a piece when Tim came out. They lost a piece when this game came out, and they'll lose a piece every time a good creature collecting game comes out, where it's like, hey, do this and make a good game. Is Palworld a great game? 100%. I love Palworld. Great game. Go play it. Is it a Pokemon killer? No. Because that, like, I could say that. Like, some people, they could say, oh, I'm not playing a Pokemon game ever again. I'm just saying I will. Especially if they continue the Legends series. If they continue the Legends series, I'm 100% getting the next Legends game. Because I loved Arceus. If they make a next Legends game, 100%. I'm going to get it. So I can't say it's the Pokemon killer when I'm already excited about the next Pokemon game. And especially if they remake Black and White, and they do it right, and they combine Black and White and Black and White 2 into one clusterfuck of a game, or two, I guess, but like Ultimate Black and Ultimate White, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It works either way. But yeah, is it a Pokemon killer? I've said this like 5 times now. No. Will it be? No. It's just, for me, it makes me happy. As a Pokemon fan, it makes me happy that there are companies out there that make good quality games and want to make good quality games. And I get behind that. So that's my 2 cents on Palworld. Go play it. I'm sorry I didn't have gameplay or anything like that. I don't record when I play games because then it makes me think too much about it. Except if I'm actually going into playing the game with that mindset, then I will. But Palworld was a game that was strictly just for me, and I'm strictly just going to enjoy that. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Good fun doubleheader Thursday with request and review. Got to hit the R's, you know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts below if you played Palworld. Definitely let me know. It's a super fun game. Highly recommend it. It's contender for Game of the Year for me. Obviously, it's fucking January, so it's going to be like, there's a lot more games going to come out. Stuff can happen. So, right now, it's Game of the Year. But it's only January. So, if it remains Game of the Year, that's going to be crazy. But that depends on the company and what they do and where they go. And especially because they made fucking like $10 million. So, anyway, see you guys next video. Go play some Palworld. Go listen to some music. Go do your thing. Okay, see you guys.